Shalom, shalom. I'm Kaya from GMS Camp out here in Phoenix, Arizona. First, I want to give his all praise, glory, and honor. It's to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rahakwadash. Of course, I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders that have taught us this truth and rule well. I want to say, shalom to the speckled bird out there, even though you may look like a heathen, but are not the heathen. I want to say shalom to the Akwath and to the Akim out there, that are listening. Something I was at the plantation earlier, something I was just thinking about. We all know this is happening around the world, is that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is plaguing the heathen. He's plaguing the other nations, which lets us know right off the bat, too, that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is 100% fair around the table. And also, too, he's given the reward of the wicked, the things that are even happening to them, to the nations, to the heathens. For the wickedness that they have done to the children of Israel. They catching it. And you may wonder, how are they catching it? You think about the storms, and you think about the hurricanes, you think about the tornadoes, you think about the floods, you think about volcanoes going off, and all the different things that are happening in other countries right now. The famine, the pestilence, a whole lot of killing. They killing each other out there. More chariot sightings. It's a lot of things happening around the world. And it proves that, like I said earlier, that Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is, he's getting on these heathens. He's getting on these other nations. The first scripture I wanted to go into, and I was thinking about it earlier too, what was it? It was Obadiah 1:15. We're going to get that real quick, Lord willing. This was not meant to be very long. Just got out the plantation. One of the brothers with me, he ain't feeling too good neither, so I'm trying. Hopefully y'all can hear me. Not trying to be too loud. Well, it looks to me that this phone is dead. So bear with me, Israel. Let me get something else. Bear with me. And you know what? Matter of fact, before we get Obadiah, right? Let's go into the Psalms, the 83rd chapter, right? See, because these heathen were confederate with Esau, Edom. They jumped right in line with Esau, Edom, and did the things that they did. Now, the only thing about the heathen is, one thing about them is that they won't be completely wiped out. They won't be wiped out like Esau, Edom will be in the book of Obadiah, what is that, 1:18. But best believe they catching their punishment, and they're going to get a little more in the kingdom too. But they're catching it right now. But when you go to Psalms 83rd chapter, you have an understanding that these heathens were in league with Esau, Edom. That's why a lot of us don't know who you are. A lot of y'all don't know who you are, and amongst many things that they have done. So the first scripture I want to go into, right, is we were going to hit Obadiah, right? But we're going to go ahead and go to Psalms 83, right? And verse 3 is where we're going to start. And it says, they have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones, right? They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance. Now remember, we are a people before a place. So when it says Israel, it's not talking about the so-called Middle East. It's talking about us, the Israelites. That's why a lot of our people don't know who they are now today. Yeah, our people are waking up to who they are. And that's a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful thing that to have them know who they are. But a lot of our people are not repenting. They still in wickedness. Yeah, they may know who they are now, but at the end of the day, they still in their wickedness, right? They're not repenting, which goes back to Zechariah 13:8. Y'all know I love that scripture. But nevertheless, right? Let's move on. Psalms 83:3, right? They have taken crafty counsel against thy people and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more in remembrance, right? For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, right? Listen to this, verse 6. The tabernacles of Edom. So wait a minute, tabernacles of Edom. That's Esau's bloodline. The Idumeans, Edomites. They run from that name. Amalek, Ashkenaz, all that, and then they try to run behind Japhet, and they are not Japhet. But nevertheless, the ringleader was who? Esau, Edom. Today, the so-called white man is all the nations ran behind, and it makes perfect sense. Because what is that? Oh man, I just went on my head. It's when all the nations come together, and Esau, Edom is basically the top dog that says what's gonna happen. They have all the flags around the world. I forgot what that. I don't know if that's the UN. I don't know if that's the UN. No, it's not the UN. Or is it the United Nations or something? Correct me if I'm wrong, Salakia, but I'm talking about, if y'all know what I'm talking about, it's like all the flags around the world, and they go have their little summit meetings, and Esau, Edom is top dog that tells them basically what to do and don't do. But at the end of the day, now you're starting to see the downfall of that breaking to pieces. These heathen nations are sick and tired of Esau, Edom at the end of the day, but that doesn't stop what they have done to the children of Israel, right? So it says the tabernacles of Edom and the Ishmaelites, of Moab and the Hagarenes. Ishmael, those that are in Dubai, Moab, your so-called Chinese. The Hagarenes, I believe some Hagarenes are some kind of Africans. I'm going to look more into that, right? Gabal, Ammon, your Japanese, Amalek. Those that don't like being talked about, they call themselves the Ews. The Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre, some more Africans. So at the end of the day, you still to get an understanding that, hey, these other nations, had a hand in doing the things that they did to the children of Israel. They were confederate against thee. They were against us. So now we have the understanding why Yahweh Shem Yahushua is getting on them. Why he's plaguing them in these other countries. Why he's killing them and drowning them and burning them and knocking down buildings, tornadoes, hurricanes, hailstorms, all kind of stuff going on over there. Matter of fact, what scripture I was thinking about going into? Oh, I did say, right? Obadiah. I did say, hey, that Yahweh Shem Yahushua is fair. 100% fair. What they did, they not getting away with it. Nobody on this planet is getting away with wickedness. We ain't getting away with it. The heathens ain't getting away with it. And damn sure Esau, Edom ain't getting away with it. So let's go to the book of Obadiah, right? Obadiah chapter 1. And we're going to get verse 15, right? It's Obadiah 1 and verse 15. And it says, "For the day of the Lord is near upon all the heathen. As thou hast done, it shall be done unto thee. Thy reward shall return upon thy own head." And see, you got to understand what this means too. At the end of the day, all that they have done, even when they had us enslaved, it's going to be done to them in the kingdom. Not right now, but in the kingdom. They will be enslaved. Why do you think Isaiah 14:2 is there? That's not just for Esau, Edom. That's for you heathens. What is that? Psalms chapter 1 or chapter 2 in verse 12. Matter of fact, "For I shall give thee the heathen for thy inheritance." And the heathen, Yahweh Shem Yahushua, they know, hey, I'm going to give you the heathen for thy inheritance. Which lets you know they're not going to get away. So when you sit back and you may think, well, man, y'all are just being mean and being cold-hearted. Nah, not at all. The scriptures tell you what's about to happen to them. And by who? The Yahweh Shem Yahushua is bringing that judgment. They are catching judgment. Matter of fact, let's move on to another scripture, right? That proves that. Let's go to the book of, Micah? Let's go to Micah chapter 5. And verse 15. I didn't even charge my phone, so hopefully it'll keep going. Micah chapter 5 and verse 15. I didn't charge none of my devices. Is it Micah 5 and 15? Let me see. Salakia, y'all. Yep. Micah chapter 5 and verse 15. "And I will execute vengeance in anger and fury upon the heathen, then such as they have not heard. Oh, sorry, let me read that again. And I will execute vengeance in anger and fury upon the heathen, such as they have not heard. Think about that. Yahweh Shemel Shai just said what he was about to do to the heathen. Right? Hey, they gonna pay for what they've done. Like I said earlier, nobody escapes judgment. Because we didn't. For what we did, we caught all kind of judgment. The children of Israel, we went off. That's why we in the bottom of the totem pole. And Lord willing, hopefully later on, I'll be able to do a lesson on that, going into us and the things that we did. You know? So what scripture do I want? Let's go to the book of Nahum, right? Let's go to the book of Nahum. Nahum chapter 1 and verse 3. This wasn't meant to be very long, right? This is Nahum 1 and 3. The Lord is slow to anger and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked. Now, of course, we understand the wicked is who? Esau, Edom. But that doesn't mean that he ain't getting nobody else. Now, we all understand that Esau, Edom is the wicked. But hey, guess what? Everybody else doing wickedness, they gonna get got. The 2/3 of Israel that's doing wickedness, they gonna get got. It is what it is, right? The Lord is slow to anger and great in power, and will not at all acquit the wicked. In other words, he's not gonna let them escape. They're not gonna get off of it. You're gonna catch judgment by Yahweh Shemel Shai, right? The Lord hath his way in the whirlwind and in the storms, and the cloud are the dust of his feet. At the end of the day, once again, nobody escapes judgment. Nobody escapes judgment. You doing dirt, you gonna get dirt. It is what it is. Because, many people sit back and think, oh, y'all are just being mean or ugly, to other people and this and that and this and that, but don't understand what these scriptures are talking about. Y'all be sitting up in them churches and still don't get what these scriptures are talking about, which proves you in the wrong place. But, it is what it is. Because like I said, with GMS and like-minded brothers out there, guess what? We'll get 100% truth. Gonna give you the 100% truth. It is what it is. We don't care if it makes you uncomfortable, because the truth gonna make you uncomfortable. It can. But at the end of the day, truth is always gonna be the truth. So let you know, hey man, when you look on the news and you start seeing the things that are happening worldwide to other people, understand that it's judgment. It's the judgment of Yahweh Shemel Shai. He ain't forgotten nothing. He remembers everything. Right? What scripture I wanted? About the heathen getting in trouble. I want to say, let's go to the book of Psalms, right? That's Psalms 102 and 15. Psalms chapter 102 and verse 15, right? Oh, yeah. So the heathen shall fear the name of the Lord, and all the kings of the earth thy glory of Slakia. Yep. So the heathen shall fear the name of the Lord, and all the kings of the earth thy glory. So what is going to happen? The heathen shall fear the name of the Lord. And these heathens have forgotten about Alashanya, demon-like power. You got to think back in the day when Yahweh Shemel Shai was really active, the time of Moses in Egypt, different times, through the Babylonians, and different times of Jeremiah, all the different things that was happening on back then. You sit back and think about that. When Yahweh Shemel Shai was really turning up, that even the nations were like, man, shoot. Heck no, that's the God of the Israelites. We seen what he did. We heard the fame of your God and the things that he's done. These heathens have forgotten. And Yahweh Shemel Shai say, oh, that's cool, because I'm going to remind you. I'm going to show you. And as we see today, and he ain't even turned up all the way. Them heathens are catching it. Like I said earlier, it is what it is. No one's going to escape. Nobody escapes judgment. Matter of fact, was another scripture I wanted. Oh, this is Salakia. This is what's I wanted? Ezekiel 38. I believe got something in here. Ezekiel 38. Let me see. Bear with me, Israel. I'm just finding a few scriptures. I want to say it's 22. Yep. I get to Ezekiel 38 and verse 22, and it says, "And I will plead against him with pestilence and with blood, and I will rain upon him and upon his bands and upon the many people that are with him, and overflowing rain and great hailstones, fire and brimstone. Thus will I magnify myself and sanctify myself, and I will be known in the eyes of many nations, and they shall know that I am the Lord." He's going to be known in many nations by what he's about to bring. All that death, fire, hailstones, which we call today too, coming into what? Nuclear missile things that he's going to bring. And these heathens going to see that too. When the World War III break loose, when them chariots started zapping Babylon, aka America, up. See, remember the heathens would say from afar off, at last, as in 1 hour, basically. That mighty city was brought to nothing. See, they catching it right now, but see, later on, when Babylon's completely destroyed, they're going to be looking on the news, or, I'm assuming TV still going, well, they're going to have to be able to see it. So I'm assuming the satellites will still be up in some kind of feed, showing this place just being completely bombed out and depleted, Babylon, aka America. But once again, as I was saying earlier, amen, Yahweh Shah is 100% fair. Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah is completely 100% fair across the board. He has seen what happened to his people. And he regulating, he coming in with it. He coming in, bringing smoke and fire to them. If somebody want to get mad and say something else, shows you don't know scripture and you don't know Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah. You may know Jesus, which he don't exist. That's the white man's God. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Judgment. So when you cut the TV on and you see what's happening in these so-called third world countries, know who's doing it. Know who's reminding them that he's still up there, that he exists. He's like, yeah, I'm going to remind you who I am. And also, too, all them false gods and idols and stuff that are falling over and all breaking and all kind of stuff. I'm telling you, man. At the end of the day, hey, if you're doing dirt, you're going to get dirt. At the end of the day, this wasn't meant to be long. I hope you was edified. It was just a few scriptures, something I was just thinking about when I was at the plantation, about the heathens and, these other nations and whatnot. So, lucky if I sound stuffed up and stuff, I got a little cold myself. But anyway, I hope you was edified. I'm going to give all praise, glory, and honor. It's to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, HaKodash. Shalom.